one, obviously.
Hello, everyone, and welcome
Awesome.
back to another episode of Apple Talk. We're being joined by yours truly, same people as last few weeks. We got
Yeah.
we got me, Charlie, we got Henry, and we got Luke. So
Forgot my bloody name.
yeah, for a split second, but yeah, so want to welcome everyone in the chat. Want to welcome Finn, Duke, who's probably in the toilet, and Blimbo. Thank you all for joining. We got a couple interesting topics tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Henry's away from home, I think, and
Again.
Duke is just at home. In the
Yep,
dark.
I'm away from home again and I can be bothered to show up. Unlike a certain person we know.
Oh God. We're not going to be mentioning too much of that tonight, but otherwise not too much to mention. But
Also, someone just check.
If only this was a cup of iced tea, it would be carrying on the old days.
Anything that wasn't water, but we don't have.
If only this was some iced tea, Charlie, then it'd be carrying on the old tradition.
They don't sell good iced tea.
Will you hear from a distance or not? Just, I don't want to carry. I don't want to continue with that position if I can't be heard.
Hold on.
I'd be heard from when my microphone is that far away.
You're at 200% volume. You can
Yeah.
sort of be.
Yeah,
Test.
I think we can hear you.
Welcome, Raw Elements. Thanks for joining.
Welcome, random.
Okay, I guess.
Wonder when Ultimate's gonna make his
So,
way.
I mean, how's everyone doing tonight? I'm doing okay. I'm just.
Yeah, I'm not doing too badly.
Pretty shit.
I'm good.
Right, should we get on with the first topic then?
I got 20 francs of coins in my pocket.
That's 20
We
francs
actually
worth.
have a 5 franc coin here, which is equivalent to $5 in the United States.
Wait,
I
I
got a
swear
bunch of
we
twos
still
here
got
for some
£5
reason.
coins.
Huh?
I've still got £5 coins somewhere. I can't bloody find them though.
Do they still use them or not?
No, you trade them into the bank.
Oh.
I have a vintage pound. I'm gonna keep it though.
I
They
still
have
got
a small-
circular pounds.
Yeah, I have a circular pound.
Yeah, I
It's
don't think they're quite.
interesting
I
as
don't
well.
think they're that common nowadays, are they?
No, they're not. They're actually quite rare.
We're
I
starting
might
off
consider
with
selling mine in the future. Yeah, I'll sell
this
my
is-
pound. On
This is turning
eBay.
into a debate about money, right? Should we get on with the first topic
Yep,
then?
let's not turn into
Yes.
Trump. Okay,
Mhm.
everyone seems to be doing well tonight, which is excellent. So, without further ado, we're going to get into the first topic, which is probably the most cliche thing we could possibly do at this time, which is Apple October 2020 event predictions. What will they announce? And what are you
Gonna be
guys
shit
looking
again.
for? What are you excited for?
Nothing. Really
Nothing.
not excited for anything.
Don't like modern Apple products.
I'm the
I mean,
only
I'm-
one here who's actually got.
Yeah,
something
you
to
are.
say.
You really are, Charlie. You're out.
So
We've
I
asked
think,
a
I think
not
first,
very great
I
topic.
think first
It's just
up,
gonna be
I
a
think we should-
replay of last time. It's gonna be awful. I'm gonna hate every second of it.
It depends. Last time was disappointing, yes.
Oh,
But
God,
this
yeah.
time I have
Then
high
again,
hopes.
it
We're
could
gonna
be
at
a
least get an iPhone, which is like the only real thing I'm
Mm.
looking forward to.
Andrew's not
Apparently,
like
apparently we're supposed to be getting a new iPhone, a smaller home.
Well, not
pod,
really,
something
duh,
that's
considering
never gonna
last
buy.
time we didn't get one.
Someone said new AirPods, AirTags, which are like tracking
AirTags.
devices.
fuck no.
I doubt we're gonna
Government's
get
not
new
tracking me.
these.
I don't.
I was
I
flipping
don't
these
quite
all
like
before
being tracked.
streaming call every single time.
Don't
I
want
doubt
this
we're
to
gonna get
become
new
Watch Dogs
AirPods
2.
personally. I think we're gonna get the ARM Max most likely.
Oh yeah,
we're
that was
gonna get an
another
ARM
one,
Max.
ARM Max. I think most people are saying that they're gonna do like a smaller MacBook or something like that. Like it's gonna
Why?
No, no,
like
the
not
12
really
inch
like a high
MacBook needs to stay
powered
dead.
one. Because this is going to be their first computer that they're selling with these new processors. Why would they make it a performance-based machine that's totally betting on performance and power and speed if they haven't really gotten the technology at its height yet?
It would be an interesting scandal, though, if Apple was secretly still using Intel and marketing it as an
I
option.
don't think they'd still do that. Well, actually, to be fair, with some of the shit that they've been doing nowadays, it wouldn't be that much of a surprise.
Mm.
Personally, I don't think we're gonna see a new iPhone. hopefully.
If your air coming from above
Personally,
my
Buy the
bed.
12 Pro Max,
Remember
and I'm
that.
definitely doing
It's
a
going to
review.
be the
Check it out.
11S.
Replacing
11S.
this thing.
The 11,
Not the
no.
11S. Need to
It
replace
will be
I don't know.
11S.
It may be the 12, maybe the 11S.
I
I'm
think
not
it's
sure.
going to be the
I'm not
11S
betting
because
any money.
they had the 10S and the 10R. I think we're going to see the 11S. I mean, they did have the break when it came to the 7 and the 8s.
There's no way they're gonna do an 11S. We've already been promised so many new things. Like there's supposed to be USB-C, beveled edges.
They promised that
5G,
this year.
Whatever.
They
There's
promised
no
that
way
this
there's
year,
gonna
for
be an
God's
I don't
sake.
know
11S. They
a
haven't done an
removable
S
battery.
phone in a while. Well,
Yeah, they
maybe
did it
not
with
that
the
long.
10S.
Oh,
They did it with the
never mind.
10S, for God's sake.
Yeah, forget what I just said, but I don't see any point of doing an 11S, especially at this point. But I mean, if there is, then another year with this thing. And I swear, this thing's been the worst this week out of any other week. I already cracked the new screen protector, which is lovely. You can't really see it because it's micro, but it's better to look at an angle. But
You're just
it's
like
also
me. You
been-
get OCD over anything that's imperfect about your tech.
Yeah,
And to be honest, I don't like it. I don't like wonky light switches.
Hmm. Oh yeah, I like the new placement of the iBook, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
It suits the aesthetics a hell of a lot better.
Decoration, set building.
Huh?
But yeah, oh god,
Oh.
I have no idea what you just said. Anyway, going back on the topic, so I think we're definitely not going to see any iPads because we saw the
No.
8th gen
There
and the
is
Air.
a small chance we might see a new iPad Pro, but then again, it's also
Maybe,
a bit
but didn't they
early.
announce one this year already?
Yeah, they did. They announced a new one with better cameras, and honestly,
I thought it was 2019. Yeah, most likely we're not going to see a new iPad. Maybe we might see the 3rd revision of AirPods, but I doubt we're going to see AirPod Pro 2s. I doubt we're not going to see that. I'm positive of that. Maybe a cheaper version.
Duke said he just started a GoFundMe for Luke to buy a new microphone. I'd contribute at least $5.
I'll contribute about
$5 for
$5.
Christmas. Jesus Christ! I am getting a new mic for Christmas.
I remember when Aaron. I remember when I started GoFundMe so we could buy Aaron a new battery for his SD because he would never replace it. He's like, oh, $30 is too expensive. So then I was like, okay, I'm starting to GoFundMe to get you a new battery. He's like, no, don't do it. And I never did start it, but it was an idea, and I seriously.
Why didn't you start it to take the piss? I would have.
I don't know.
I'm that
I
type
would've
of
given
person.
him the money, and he would have bought it, and he probably wouldn't have installed it because.
Look,
But
be
we're not
thankful.
gonna,
He probably would have took the money and ran.
but we're not going to get into that.
Be
Yeah.
thankful you can actually hear English and not like episode
Fair
1.
enough.
Yeah,
where
that's
it's
very
mega
true.
pissed.
Still,
So
okay.
just hold on. I will get a microphone when I can.
You should get a little lapel mic by
What
Rhodes.
I
They're
have
quite
somewhere,
good.
what I can't fucking
Or you
find
could
them.
get one of these.
Creative
It's,
mic. Samsung is expensive, not Samsung. Samsung.
Samsung Go mic. It's this little microphone that clips to your laptop. This one's
Actually,
only
I might-
$50. You can get used ones for way cheaper. This one was a new
13 or 30.
Yeah, I'll get one for Christmas maybe.
This one's
Because I do plan to get most of my stuff for my updated Let's Fix It layout. So like the tripod for my overhead camera, the video capture device for
I'd
composite
really love an
video.
overhead camera mount. That'd be quite
That'd be
cool.
cool, yeah.
It's really just it's a standard mini tripod duct taped to a
Or
shelf.
I could literally just hire Charlie because he's a giant anyway.
Yeah, it's just a mini tripod duct taped to a shelf. It's nothing special.
This is all I have to do. I just have to stand up and hold my camera up here.
Yeah.
Here's things.
But yeah, I
Exactly.
might get a lapel mic.
All you gotta do.
Basically a tripod. Alright. Okay,
You have
so-
Warren Davis as the presenter and then you as the bloody cameraman.
Okay, we're getting a bit off topic, but
Yeah,
I do
we
wanna
really
say,
are.
Going back to the Apple event, so just here's the thing. So because this is a live event and it's fun to watch live events with your friends, on my Discord server we're going to be hosting an Apple
Oh, here
Live
we
watch
are.
party, which we did at the last Apple event and WWDC 20. and it was pretty fun.
But then again, they were disappointing as hell.
Yeah, both of them were disappointing, yes, but it is fun to discuss it with your friends and do stuff like that. So we're hosting. So on my server, my Discord server, link in the description below. By the way, go join it, please.
Yeah.
Basically, what's gonna happen is everyone's gonna join a voice chat, like a specific voice chat, and then everyone's gonna watch it independently on their end, the stream, and then we're all gonna react to it together, talk about it, discuss what we hate, discuss why this was another disappointment of the year from Apple at Cupertino. And
Every year at this point is becoming a disappointment.
Even though it is a disappointment, it is fun, and it is a good total time waster, which is enjoyable. So yeah, I'm gonna be hosting that the day of the event, like 10 minutes before. We're all gonna join in, maybe 30 minutes, depends, but. We're all gonna watch it during it. We're gonna be disappointed. We're gonna be happy. We're gonna say what we liked, and what we didn't like. It's just a good time. And I know I'm supposed.
Whilst I'm gonna be repairing my 10s Max.
Yep, but I know I'm supposed to say that at the end of the stream, but.
Right. Personally, well, I think with the new Apple event, we're not going to see much. It's going to be a bit like the last one. I think it's just going to be an hour long. Yeah. Where all we see is a new iPhone
like
and a Mac.
Online Apple event. Like the first 30 minutes are just heartwarming stories about how Apple saved their life and how they went to the hospital or something.
How Apple ended my life.
Or something stupid like that, and it's gonna go over Apple Watch shit and health and environment.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they're gonna okay, thanks for commenting. We're like, what? No, you can't leave now. It's only been an hour, and you've only released like 4 products. What the hell is this?
Exactly.
But, yeah.
I think. Am I right in saying that this is the first time that Apple has ever, with the last event, it was the first time Apple has ever debuted a new processor in a device like an iPad or an iPhone with the iPad instead of the iPhone since 2010.
Yeah. Kind of weird.
Yeah, with the original iPad.
I have an original iPad.
Something interesting I wanted to think about was that Apple always does things like this before time, so that they aren't like scrambling to finish it when the day is due. It's a bit like how Tech and Chat works. They always scramble right before the show happens. But again, we're not going to get into that. But so obviously Apple does do this before, and then like a week and they finish it a week in advance, and then they upload it, and then they stream it. They stream it live. It isn't live; it's all pre-recorded. But
it's basically what they do with the I forgot what I bloody call it nowadays. The Premiere feature on YouTube. That's basically what it is.
That's what it is. And it's really interesting because sometimes I think to myself, what would happen if someone leaked that video early? Like the video that they take for the event that's supposed to come out. Like we would know the products early. Wouldn't that be interesting to know?
I know what would happen to the person who leaked it.
Uh-oh.
Shots in the leg.
Tim Cook would publicly execute them.
Like they did in the medieval times to chop off their head.
He'd slowly grate.
And this is what happens to Apple
leakers.
This is. I can imagine that happening.
This is America.
Although I can see it a lot more with Steve Jobs.
Yeah, Steve Jobs was a lot more sensitive.
Angry.
Yeah. What did he do with the iPod? Didn't he chucked it in a fish tank to prove that you could make it slimmer?
Just quickly off topic. So today I had to help set my dad's office up, and I had to do like cable management, set up his monitor, blah blah blah. And he's exactly like Steve Jobs. Like one cable out of place, and he's like, no, has to be perfect. I don't care if you have to rip the whole thing apart. I want it perfect. I want it how I want it. It has to be perfect. And Steve Jobs was a perfectionist. Like went back so they had a final revision of the original iPod, and it was perfect except for one thing that Steve Jobs couldn't accept and made everyone go back, which was the satisfying click the headphone makes when you plug it in. And that's what caused him to just to make everyone go back and do the whole thing all over again, which I think is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think they did it twice because he also chucked it in a fishbowl to try and make it seem as if to try and show that you can get.
He didn't want air in it either, which is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, because he pointed out when he chucked it in the fish tank. See those bubbles? That's from air that's left in the system. You can make it
I
smaller.
want that
So
air.
fucking go and do it.
Yeah.
He is that type of person to do it. But to be fair, he did bring some of the most incredible devices to us.
I think one of the greatest examples of when Steve like really killed like a leaker was the iPhone 4 incident. Like when an Apple employee left it in the bar, and then some guy found it and sold it to a guy. I forgot his name, but it was like this sort of
Someone at a tech thing.
yeah, like
Someone
a blog reporter or something, and he did a
Yeah.
review on it on the new iPhone before it was released, and everyone saw it. And Steve Jobs himself actually sent like a sort of like threatening-ish email, not really threatening, but like what's the word?
He basically just said, "I want my iPhone back."
He wasn't like he was sort of like no, what's the word? I know there's a word for it.
Talk.com emails back in the day before people had iCloud.
It was
Condescending.
no. It's like
We're just gonna be sitting here all night
I'm
thinking
thinking
about it,
all
Charlie.
night
Just
thinking about words.
yeah.
Sort of like he was a bit violent, not really violent, but like half violent, half not.
Not as
Yeah,
It was
violent as
intimidating. He was trying to be intimidating, but that wasn't the word I'm thinking of. It was different. But he was a bit trying to be a bit intimidating, and eventually, apparently, at the end of the story, the guy's door was kicked down, and the police came in and seized the iPod and like a bunch of other unrelated stuff that was his.
The iPod.
I mean the iPhone.
your
Yeah.
phone. I want to get one
Yeah,
of those
bit
Motorola
nuts.
iTunes phones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the guy actually called up Apple, didn't he, when he found out that it was that it was an iPhone 4, and he said, "I've got a prototype," and they went, "What do you mean?" He said, "Yeah, it's an iPhone, but I don't think I've ever seen it before. Is there any way I can return it?" And she said, "Okay, thanks for calling Apple. Have a lovely day." Hung the phone. Put the phone down on him.
That's not good.
Oh shit.
Anyway, so I think in conclusion, I think we could safely say the Apple October event will be kind of cool, but also slightly disappointing. But
Yeah,
it depends.
I agree.
We'll have to see when we get there. So yeah. Let's hope there's a new iPhone and something else that's cool and not lame.
God, I'm so
I
glad.
want something that has a lot of fans inside it. Something that's.
I doubt we're going to see something with a lot of fans inside of it, knowing Apple.
Never in a million years. I mean, even back in like the '80s, the Jobs era, they never put any fans in anything because it was loud.
Yeah, that's why they hated the Apple III, wasn't? That's what hated.
No.
That's why the Apple III was 100% unreliable.
Yeah, because it was an aluminum case, totally enclosed, and there were no fans in it because they wanted it to be quiet. So the thing overheated, the motherboard would warp, and there also was lack of software support, overpriced, no one bought it, and yeah, it was awful.
And to fix it, you
Well,
have
lack of software support and overpriced doesn't mean that it's not reliable. But to be fair, the computer was a complete pile of
It
shit.
wasn't reliable at all. Physically.
No, it wasn't.
just on the Apple III. That's how you fix it.
Oh yeah, it
The
was you dropped it
receipt
on
of
your
the
desk,
IC.
wasn't it?
And you picked up and dropped it, and that reseated all the ICs and made it power on again. If I was to get an Apple III, there is like near the expansion holes. I'll just mount a knock to her and just solder some wires on somewhere. Boom, silent.
Imagine if Microsoft said that about the Xbox 360 with the Red Ring of Death issue. Just drop it on your desk. They would have killed themselves and the Xbox brand. Or maybe not themselves, but the Xbox brand would have been dead.
Yeah. All right. I think we're about done with Apple event topic, and I think we're going to
we
move
got
on
very
to the
much off
next
topic.
which is something else. How to spot a good deal. What are good sites to buy from? We seem to always figure out ways to implement buying and selling in all of our
eBay.
episodes. I
Yeah.
think this was
Be careful with
Henry's,
eBay.
was it? Buying, like how to spot a good deal. Like you're online or on a site and you're looking to buy something and you're like, I wonder if this is a good deal or not, or maybe this is a good deal, maybe it's not, maybe it's overpriced. I don't know. I've never seen any of these before. So you want to start us off, Henry? If you want, you can.
If I'm honest, I'm not even that familiar with the topic. Basically, just about how to find good and bad deals.
It's really just like it depends on what it is. Like sometimes like especially when you're buying like broken stuff or working stuff. You sort of I mean I would some people would say look on eBay, see what they're selling for, but sometimes that's not really the case. Some
No,
idiots put it up for
eBay is bad for
$1,000.
that.
Someone bought it and everyone's like, oh whoa, they're going for $1,000. Better sell now for
fucking
that
right.
money. And now they're worth $1,000. They're worth $1,000. But honestly, I think if you were to buy, if you were to sell, or no, if you were to buy something, no, if you were thinking about buying something, I would say often refer to people who are experienced in the topic. Tell them,
Yeah,
what would you pay? What would a reasonable price be? What do you think would be a good idea to pay
yeah.
for that particular object?
Yeah, because you usually get all these idiots who think they know what the hell they're talking about when they just tech illiterate and everything like that, and they don't know what the value of something is.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously with what I do a hell of a lot of buying and selling, and I have idiots come up to me all the time saying this isn't worth what it is. Like for example, my iPhone 10R was listed for £350, and a woman said no, it wasn't. It was listed for 370, and I wouldn't bring it down past 350. And she sent me sold listings of phones that were 320, and it was sold on Facebook. And she said, I said, well, they're sold. What's your point? And she said, yeah, but they're 320. And I said, this thing is mint condition. It's got no scratches, not anything whatsoever. Because, well, obviously with me, everything's been replaced on the exterior, but
Yeah.
that's the kind of thing you get because those types of people don't do their fucking research. They look at they look for the cheapest thing that they can find, and they cross that one out. It's like oh god, they just find the cheapest thing they can and use that as a way to try and get money off things. Because most of the time, the cheapest thing you find is not going to be the best one.
Yeah.
If I had to give people a recommendation on how to do it, yeah, I'd agree with ask people who have got some experience with things.
Yeah.
I would also see what sales prices are like over multiple sites. Don't look at places don't look at just one place. eBay is a shite example for it.
Yeah, especially because
Yeah.
you can list anything for any money,
Hmm.
and most of the time no one buys it, but it'll stay up there. eBay won't even question it. They don't care
Yeah.
how much you
I
sell
paid
something
£280 for a cracked front and back iPhone 10s Max,
for. Yeah.
and I looked for subsequent models on eBay. They were for £400.
Wow.
It's because people on eBay think things are more sell for more money than they're actually worth. Genuinely, just look in your area. Look at local listings on places like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist if you're in the States,
Yeah.
Kijiji,
Sales or flea markets.
Gumtree, Spot, anything. Look
Fuck.
at your local listings, see what they're selling for, and make a judgment and make a predetermined and very well judged offer before you actually sell.
Usually local
before you
listings
actually buy
are
it.
way better than like sight unseen listings where they ship it to you, because most of the time local listings people are just trying to get rid of it. They don't want to charge you obscene amounts of money.
Yeah.
They don't want to be a-holes about it, and basic stuff. So
I mean, whenever I'm usually done with a phone and sell it on, was in repaired one, I usually sell it for about the middle of what the market is asking for it.
yeah.
Or sometimes I sell it for higher. This is a good trick for anyone who's actually trying to sell. List your items for higher than you actually want for it.
Oh yeah,
Because
and then people
more-
will offer
yeah.
lower. Because if you offer what you want and someone offers lower, then you're not going to sell it to them. But if you offer a bit higher, then sometimes it works. Usually, what I like to do, I whenever I'm selling on eBay or just anywhere, I always put it on auction for just a decentish price, a bit lower than what I want for it. If people can bid up as much as they want, and I'm not going to stop them. They can bid. They can bid $400 on my mid-spec G4.
Oh god, they did as well, didn't they? I
did.
forgot
It was
about
hilarious. Some guy paid $420 for my boring like mid spec 17-inch iMac G4. And it wasn't
Jesus
special
Christ.
at all. It had a new hard drive, maxed out RAM, nothing interesting. The mid range processor. It was so basic, and someone bought it for that, and it was insane. And Yeah, not really too much to say about that, but otherwise, I mean, you just let people be people. I mean, put it up for auction. You never know what it might go for. Just interesting.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. But for example, didn't King get his 17-inch that he destroyed for $20 from Goodwill?
I don't know.
I
I
guess
can't remember. I think he
Flagstaff
did.
just has better stuff in Goodwill. Although most of his random laptops, like the
Dylan.
Alienware, kind of sort of tough book. Oh god, the Alienware kind of pissed me off because I actually like the old Alienwares, but we're not going to get into that. I can leave my simping for Alienwares for another day.
I don't like Alienware. I can't care less.
Just like the
could
old
not
ones.
care less.
New
I
ones
could
are
not
shit.
care less about Alienware. They're just boring
Yeah,
looking
Alienware's
laptops to me.
weird. I've
They are
never
weird.
really had any interest in them. I know, they're made by Dell, who I should praise.
Like the
because I'm a
pre-Dell
total
ones.
Dell guy, but Dells are fine. Alienware, I mean, come on, Dell. Where are you smoking? Alienware is weird.
Yeah.
No one's gonna buy a monitor with a stand that's like this thick. That's stupid.
In my computing class recently, we were doing things on RAM, CPU, and storage and things like that. And the teacher asked us an exam question, which was genuinely name 3 things that would improve the performance of a computer. Easy.
CPU, RAM, and
Yeah.
CPU RAM on the hard
Do you know
drive
what someone
capacity.
answered?
what?
RGB RAM.
Seriously.
Oh no.
Seriously.
Thing.
What kind
That
of
is the
school are you
gayest thing
going
I've
to?
heard in my
I
life.
don't know. Yeah, I've told you about that place. It's not good at all.
You wanna know another thing about the pre-Dell Alienwares, the Clevo and Eurocom ones?
Go for
No
it.
fucking RGB.
I
Nada.
don't like RGB.
No.
I used to like
not
it,
a
but
disco ball. It's something for
Exactly.
Nothing. The old
if I would have it, I wouldn't mind a computer that would be light up, but I would want something that I could control
White.
and decide on the
White
colors.
color.
Finn says that
Oh my God,
RGB
Jim.
improving performance sounds like something his friend would say.
Yeah,
And
that
he's
does
not
sound.
wrong.
If your
I have
friends
like similar friends like that. I would say this.
Yeah.
made fun.
I know people like that. Unfortunately, that's where that bloody story comes from. It comes from retards at my school because they think, "Ooh, lighting makes it better." No, it
No, it
fucking doesn't.
doesn't.
It just makes it look more. It doesn't even make it look cooler. It just makes it look cheap.
Look dumb.
It just makes
Makes
it
it look cheap and
overpriced.
nasty. One of my mates wasted, I think, an extra 60 quid. Oh god. He wasted.
Change colours, it's just solid
He
red.
wasted an extra 60 quid on buying specifically RGB 32 gig RAM sticks
For 15
instead of
bucks more, I
normal.
could buy a vintage radio.
I couldn't. He couldn't
Like
have bought. He couldn't have spent the
Comes
extra
with
60 quid to have
RGB
upgraded more RAM.
pre-installed. No, it doesn't. It's just lights.
Fucking idiots. But yeah, people that I know are just idiots in general. Do you know what? I've actually even forgotten
Finn
the bloody
is- Finn
topic.
is like
We've been
one of
so
the-
fat.
Finn is like a good example of someone who doesn't overuse it. His computer came with it. He can't really control it, and he does control
Yeah.
it. He can't really control what they put on, but he can control how limited it is. Apparently, his only has like a stripe of it, which is okay. It's fine if it's subtle and it looks okay, but if it's like,
Yeah.
raw, put it on the fan, put it on the cooler, put it on the Jeep, put it on the RAM, makes it go faster. No, don't do that. It's dumb.
I agree. Very much so.
Are they gonna put it on the coolant? They're gonna put radioactive coolant in it so that it glows when it goes through.
Yeah.
Like what
It
they did on
gets to a
watches in the
point-
60s. They used to put
It's to a point where it's too.
radium on watches, which used to give
Really?
people cancer. Yeah, they used to.
Yeah,
They used to have
yeah.
radium watches that they used to paint the dials with radium, so it would always glow
Wow.
without electricity. And like the people who actually made them would like lick the brushes to make it more sharp and easier to paint with. And all those people who did that have died of cancer, specifically in like,
Jesus
the mouth area,
Christ.
because they'd accidentally swallow it, which is something interesting I learned in school, which is neat.
So,
Something along those lines that I heard of.
Old
Oh,
Alienware
go on, Luke.
products. Oh shit. That's why I only like old Alienware products. No RGB. They come in one solid colour. You can buy a red one, a blue one, a green one, whatever. No RGB. I think
I
only
heard-
the skull on the
Oh,
back,
God, what the
skull, alien head, whatever it's called.
It's not a
only that
skull. It's an
lights-
alien head.
Exactly. Only that lights up, and only that's like green. I think it's green. Or is it blue?
Oh my
Depends
god,
on the
Vinny
kind.
sums it up perfectly. He says putting a shit ton of RGB is equivalent to ricing out your car. That's exactly
It
what it
is.
is. Like you have a perfectly normal piece of equipment or a mode of transportation, and then you're just ruining it. Just taping things to it.
I
putting
mean,
fake
it's a little bit
backlights,
like.
lights.
Yeah, I agree. It's like ricing your. Go on, no, sorry.
It's like sleep and modding a Ford Sierra estate. What is that going to achieve? It's going to be
Exactly.
fast. What's the point of it being
What I
fast?
think it's a bit like.
Dylan says
Yeah, I agree. It's like
Yeah.
it is like ricing your car out, because if you let me try and make an example of it. If you look at something like think of the car. If you look at something like an God, I can't even think of one. Let's say a McLaren F1 GTR. The car has the spoilers, the splitters, the canards, and everything like that for a proper use, or so it can. Well, it's there, but it's necessary. If like for example, if you've got something that lights up, and you've got it subtly, or there for a reason, then at least that doesn't do it. That doesn't make it look pathetic. But if you do it like a ricer, where they do it where it's intentional but isn't actually needed, it makes it look cheaper and nastier than it should.
It's like masturbating to a WikiHow article about how to have sex. Your restrictions are on because your mom's evil. So you gotta go on your phone and be like, okay, what can I look up that has the word sex in it? And then you go to WikiHow and you're like, okay, these fake pictures drawn by a 3-year-old was put down to start file thing.
Tanned piss.
I think of that joke all day, and it was totally worth it.
Charlie, I've genuinely never heard you even mention that sort of stuff, not let alone on stream, for God's
That should
sake.
be a WikiHow article. WikiHow.
I bet that's what Aaron did.
Yeah, probably in the shower.
Here we go again.
Yeah. Right, should we get back to the actual topic?
I think we're gonna
We've been
move on
well
to
off
another topic because we kind of went through this.
Topic we're even on, I forgot.
Mm.
So yeah, we're gonna move on to the next topic, which is what max would we daily? So basically, I mean, I don't think any of us except for Henry daily drive max.
Yep, I
mean,
do.
Yeah, Henry does. What is it? 11-inch iPad. 11-inch.
iPad.
No, fuck. 11-inch.
I have an 11-inch MacBook Air.
11-inch MacBook Air. He daily drives an 11-inch MacBook Air, but I don't daily drive any Apple, and mainly it's because
Yes,
they're
you
kind of
do. It's a.
expensive. They're not. I mean, yeah, this. Oh,
You used to daily
this is an
drive.
Apple, but not a computer. I mainly. I daily drive a Dell because it's cheaper than Apple. It's got better specs than Apple. It has Windows. It's got features that I like that Apple doesn't have. But then again, what would I daily if I could daily an Apple? I mean, I actually
Daily.
Do you know what? I know what all three of us would answer if we could daily one.
16-inch MacBook Pro in silver.
I was going to say spec'd out Mac Pro.
Oh,
Yes, spec 2012 MacBook Pro.
It would be quite interesting to use, though. You got to admit,
it would
it's
be
something with
cool, yeah. I've
1.5 terabytes
I've
of RAM.
never
would be quite...
dailied a desktop before, like an actual tower. Mainly
I have.
because I'm
I have.
mostly from
I've had a
Hong Kong,
tower.
My mom always doesn't. And
Yeah.
My mom doesn't like generic towers. And
I'd probably go for a
tower.
13-inch
Do I even
MacBook Pro.
have
It was
a
an
tower?
A6.
I don't think I have a tower.
I have
Oh
a
no,
tower.
I do. I have the G.
That'll be in Let's Fix It.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
Does that
we're
count as a
still-
tower, or does it count as a desktop?
Tower, because it's a box that sits
Oh.
Yeah,
next
it's
to
a
the
vertical box. That's my. I think that's my only vertical box that I have.
Yeah.
the flat ones. are called
If I were to daily drive something, I'd probably go for the 13-inch maxed out MacBook Pro with in silver, because I think Charlie would agree with me on this.
Stop.
Yes, it
It
is.
was
It's
cool
disgusting.
for the first week, and then after everyone had the space gray. Just come on, I mean silver. You have to go back to silver. I mean,
I've never daily drove a space gray device. Never.
I've done
I
a
would daily
slate
drive
515. I don't know if
if I
that
had the
counts,
choice.
That
I
doesn't
like the
count as
slate.
space gray, though, does
but I
it?
like the slate though. It was cool.
What did I choose? What
Just
did I
the wear
choose?
is kind of bad.
I had Jesus, I've had so many iPhones, but the ones I've daily drive I had a gold SE, a silver 6, a silver 6S, a red 8 Plus, a silver 10, and a green 10, 11 Pro Max.
Have you daily driven any blue devices?
No, I have not. I've not even.
I've done.
I know. I've owned blue
I've done
I've
an
iPhones.
daily
iPod
driven a
5,
blue
a Touch 5
Touch
in blue
Cuba.
with the little strap,
Lost it.
that you hold on your hand. Of course, I lost it.
Yeah,
in
the
first
lanyard.
week. Yeah, that thing was cool.
Yeah,
have
I
it
would
somewhere,
daily
not
drive
here,
a
though.
2009 MacBook Air A1304. So it's the second generation MacBook Air. Still has the iPod hard drive, but I can replace that with an SSD.
Oh yeah, they did used to have the
Yeah, it has
iPod hard drives.
That's a
I badly
little micro drive in it. And
Yeah.
I've always thought that was interesting. How can you run a
37
computer off of that? But then again, that's why it was so slow.
Mm.
But at the moment, I
I
daily
thought, I
drive
thought, I
a
thought Luke used to daily drive a MacBook Pro,
I did.
2010 or a 2011.
Yeah, 2010.
Why don't you anymore?
1278. It's because I have more Windows-based programs and I'm more
Ah,
for
That's sort
college
of
work
my problem as well. Most of the
used to
programs
before some bastard smashed
I
the
just,
screen on it.
most of the applications and games I play are Windows based, and it's
Exactly.
also really about hardware as well. I like having upgradable, configurable hardware and more ports, more ways to upgrade. A computer with
Do you
4
plan to get
NVMe SSD slots is
in the
pretty
future?
neat.
do you know what? It is funny. If you look directly behind you, you see however many Macs, and then if you looked in front of you, you just got a Dell as your daily driver.
Apple's really progressed.
It is
Also, I got another one next to me.
Sorry, I had to put in a Dell joke in.
It's a complete juxtaposition. Why don't you try daily driving one of them for a week?
I couldn't. There's no internet.
Yeah,
but,
you could.
I think. What was I gonna say? I did daily drive a 2006 MacBook, a 2006 MacBook.
Oh
for
yeah,
a
you
while,
did.
And that was.
Like
I
a
mean,
white
I
one.
really didn't have anything else. It was okay. It could do. It used an older version of Chrome. I did it on Snow Leopard for like a year, and then I really got sick of it. And then I switched to like. No, I did that. I did the MacBook first, and then my dad gave me his Surface Pro 3, and then the screen smashed on that, and then the keyboard stopped working. So then I went back to the MacBook, which.
Why didn't you smash the Surface?
Oh no, I didn't smash it. I didn't smash it on purpose. It was an accident. It dropped. It was like a 4-foot drop off of a.
Oh god!
The whole thing shattered instantly, and then the keyboard
Really?
randomly stopped working. I don't know why.
Why don't you just use it in a smashing video?
I don't want to smash it. That seems wasteful. And
It's a Surface. They're wasteful in the first place.
It's not, I can't do
Oh,
that.
I beg to differ. I do like the 2012 original Surface because I like the red it comes in.
They're
I want to get the red
okay.
one.
They're okay. I mean, they're like the best Windows tablet you can get. But then again,
Yeah.
most tablets are a bit.
Yeah, but then again, that's not really a high bar, is it?
He did recently give me his 2012 or 2013 or so Surface Book, which is like the MacBook Pro of the Surface world, and it like disconnects like a
Oh, yeah, I
tablet. It's got the
remember that.
weird hinge with the gap where the dust gets in. But the problem with that is that people would say, "Oh, you should sell it because you're never going to use it," which I'm not. And but the problem with selling it is that I'm in this weird situation where if I sell it, all the money goes to him because it's his computer and he bought it with his money, so all the money would go to him. But if I keep it, it's mine. So why would I sell it if I just keep it?
I would
So
personally
it's a
like to see a
little weird.
restoration.
I can actually go get it real quick.
I'd like to see a restoration on the Surface. Because I've never seen the inside of a Surface.
Oh, now we
before.
see the inside of Charlie's house. Something we'll never see again.
It looks stylish. Very stylish. I can't see a thing.
Does he live in a bloody a little cabinet under the stairs?
No. It's Harry Potter 2.0.
It is, isn't it? He lives in a little cabinet under the fucking stairs. That door compared to him is minuscule. It's like the little door in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yeah, I was about to say, because we just saw the exterior of your house and we saw the tiny little door you just opened up. It's like the door from the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a little door.
Oh, he's getting bigger.
Yeah. But how... it's getting bigger.
Oh yeah, Finn is right. I used to stream my YouTube on this thing. This is the Surface Pro 3.
I love how you got an Apple bit
bad.
on it.
Now it does. You can see the innards of it. It's actually
Oh my
covered in
god.
tape. It's extremely weak.
Jesus.
Honestly, it wasn't
What have you
horrible. I just hated the keyboard on it. It would flex. It was super loud. The
Did they-
camera was
did the
bad.
keyboard that
I
used
used to use this for streaming, and it was absolutely horrible. If you want to see a bad stream of me using this as a streamer, check my iMac G3. Check my iMac G3 messing around video or my Mac Plus teardown. That was a good example of that. But it was an okay laptop. Performance was meh. It was a i5 8GB 256, but I could deal with it because it was a while ago. This, however, this is
finally.
my recent get, which is a wonderful, beautiful, honestly not too bad 13-inch Surface Pro 3.
Beautiful is one way to put it.
No, it's the Surface. It's the first Surface Book that they ever released. Of course, my dad bought it, being the typical Surface freakies. This one's not cracked. It's in decent condition. It's got some little dents on the side. Got one on the back.
Beautiful is one way to put it, Charlie, but it's certainly not how I'd describe it.
Kind of on a flip.
Look at that hinge gap.
Yeah, that's all the
Look
dust
at that
gets in.
gap.
You can see
That
through
is
it.
awful.
That is a huge gap.
It is
That is
pretty
terrible.
bad, but honestly, it's not horrible, the computer. I would daily it if I had nothing else, but
Do it.
yeah.
Do it. Make that a
Actually,
video.
no.
The
I
Dell
want
is
to see that
fine.
using Surface Pro Max 3.
Make that a video. Or would that be
It's like a
copying
demonstrated
that? Because
I know
all I
we're
did
going
was
off topic, but I want to see if it turns on. Let's see. Oh, it
You should-
Actually,
does.
while you do that, Nokia does.
yeah, we can see Charlie.
I gotta
Of course it doesn't, because my Nokia is
sign
dead.
in. It's actually got Face
Like a
ID.
charger.
Nice.
Face ID.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, the Dell also has Face ID. This had Face ID in 2013, way before the iPhone
But
10.
there is
Do you know what you should do, Charlie?
8.1, not 8.
Charlie,
Yeah.
you should take a photo of your face, put it up,
No,
see if
it
it
doesn't
unlocks
work
it.
that way. I remember
Does
right
it
when he
not?
got it. I
On
remember
that?
right when he got it. He tried doing I tried doing exactly that. I printed a picture of his face and put it in front. It didn't work because it actually, like the iPhone 10.
So it's like the iPhone where it's got
It
depth
turns the
sensor.
depth of your face, and because the image is just flat, it doesn't work. But yeah, this is
Okay,
it.
that
It's
in
honestly not bad.
2013, that's actually quite good.
I recently had to erase the whole thing because it was full of bloatware from his old company, from his old work.
Oh
God.
And the battery was totally drained. But I think this is kind of cool. Press this button here, it makes a sound. Then look, it turns into
Ew.
tablets. It's not
That's a
horrible,
brilliant way to
honestly. I
prank
would
your.
dare
That's a
this.
brilliant way to
It's
prank
kinda
your
cool.
friends.
I mean, I
I'm
am
just
my
a
dad.
grizzly
Charlie. That's a brilliant way to prank your friends if you're pissed off.
It's like, "Ugh." But, yeah, we can actually. Oh, I have an idea. I'm gonna break the fourth wall. I'm gonna watch our stream from this. Whoops.
Oh God,
Oh, wait,
you're gonna break the
God,
fourth.
touchscreen
You're breaking the
super-
fourth wall,
Whoa,
Charlie.
this touchscreen is
FaceTime
super
continuing.
horrible.
Charlie's gonna break the fourth wall with this.
I have to get into Henry's DeLorean and go back to the future, and I don't want to go through that shit again. I saw
Really?
myself, I saw my future self, and bloody hell, my beard is the length of Santa,
Oh God.
not longer. I have a fucking
I'm
beard the
starting to
length
go,
of Jesus, and
I
my
think I'm starting to
looks like
go
James May.
transparent.
Oh, here it is.
And I'm married to Selena Gomez. I don't know what the hell happened there.
That's actually a decent sized laptop. I mean, screen. I mean, this is way bigger than the iPad Pro. So as a tablet, it's pretty good. But as a computer, it's okay. I wish it was 15.
How
inches.
big is the size? Oh, how big is the screen on
This
it
is a
then?
13-inch.
So it's about
Oh, okay.
as an A1304 MacBook Air, which is the one I want to get.
Charlie's breaking the fourth wall.
There we go.
Space-time
And
continuum.
now it's even showing. I got to turn the volume up. But there we go.
I can't
We're
watch
gonna be able to see ourselves forever and ever and ever.
explosion sounds and
That's actually,
pixie.
I actually really like this thing. It's not too bad.
I
Battery's
don't
still
personally
held
because
up
I don't
decently
like
well
Surface.
from sitting for a couple days. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about this thing. They're not too bad.
Personally,
not
I
too
hate
good.
Surface.
Sort of like a mix, but hey.
Wait, do my idea quickly. Do my idea, pretending to snap it in half
Oh, no, I
in a
don't.
rage.
God, we are seriously off topic. We're talking about surfaces now.
Jesus Christ, we are.
Max.
I bring that up.
We
I'm
were
sorry.
supposed to be talking about Max. What would we daily if we could?
Inception.
Yeah, I'd basically just.
Actually,
This is
yeah.
quite simple. I'd have a specced out
Use it as a
13-inch
flashlight.
MacBook
Oh
Pro
my
in
God.
silver because Space Gray's shite.
Yeah. All right.
Let's not get down that
in
rabbit hole
conclusion,
again.
I would daily a 16-inch MacBook Pro, silver, with maxed out, and that's all I have to say. What about you?
Yeah.
What do you daily?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I daily a Lenovo, well, used to.
It's not
Daily
an Apple.
Lenovo ThinkPad, but
It's
Mac-wise.
not an Apple.
It's not
used
Apple,
to
though.
daily.
Mac-wise.
Mac-wise, well, my first Mac was an iMac G3. I used to daily that until like 2014.
I can imagine.
Jesus,
got a
really?
Running dial-up speeds with your.
No, it wasn't that slow. I then dailied an eMac from 2014 to 2016, and then I got my first
Really?
MacBook Pro in 2017. Yeah, eMac G4.
What would you
Hey,
daily,
it
though?
works.
I would daily a modern product. If I had a choice to daily anything, it would be a Elbic G4 Titanium, just to make Aaron
So,
Hall.
Really?
like, if you could daily any, I mean, if you had to daily, I mean, I know you wouldn't, but if you had to daily any of Apple's current products, which one? I mean, Macs, which would it be?
Touch bar, the biggest size of touch bar MacBook Pro available.
That would be the 16-inch. Would you give
16.
them Space Gray?
To be fair, I would really like to give the Mac Pro a try because I've never used any Mac Pro. I've never used the original, never used the cylinder or the trash can, never used any of them.
I've used them in stores. I've never dailied anything.
There isn't even a Mac Pro in the Apple Store near me.
I've only seen one in person at one specific Apple store, and it was kind of the build quality was a bit underwhelming. The stand was a bit more wobbly than I expected, and it was a bit smaller than I thought.
It looks like a radiator. If you look at it, it looks like one of those Victorian era radiators.
I genuinely thought that it was a prank. I genuinely thought it was. I thought they genuinely got a photo of a cheese grater. They really did. The original one, it cannot be named. It cannot be named a cheese grater anymore. It really can't.
Yeah.
Just look at the new one. It is so.
Something. My first Mac wasn't the iMac. My first Mac was an eMate 300.
Oh god, it's not a Mac. Not a Mac.
Not a car.
Not a Mac.
Well, it's an Apple product, but still.
I love regular car reviews.
What was I gonna say? I think yeah. So the original cheese grater grates fine cheese because the holes are smaller. That's how cheese graters work. Like, the smaller the hole, the more fine the cheese is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the new one has got like big cheese chunks, and then the small one's like really fine. So fine, extra fine cheese.
Well, I'm from Texas, and I like my cheese to be thick as fuck.
Okay.
To be as thick as my stepdaughter.
All right. I think we're done with this topic because Henry.
Yeah, we are.
So yeah, well, the
Fuck
next
you.
topic is probably going to be Apple related, and it is the App Store problem. What happened? So this is just kind of an oldish topic, but I thought it would be interesting to touch on it because I did watch a video earlier today, and I'm like, hey, that'd be something neat to talk about tonight.
I don't even know what this is.
Yeah, so basically,
This
just to
is the
refresh
Fortnite
everyone's memory,
games thing.
Apple removed Fortnite, the best
Oh,
game on the
Fortnite,
App
okay.
Store, and they took them off because Fortnite did something to bypass Apple's 30% weight, 30% what is it? 30. Oh, fuck, I swear I have autism.
30% cut of the in-game transactions.
Yeah, and so Fortnite was able to bypass that, and they were and Apple wasn't very pleased about that, so they removed it from the App Store because it was violating terms.
Oh yeah, and they also made the 1984 recreated in
God, that
Fortnite,
was terrible.
which is where I think you stole the. That's where Charlie stole the idea for the trailer to this, by the way.
No, I didn't. I thought of it myself. This was before the Fortnite trailer. I'm like, how funny would it be to recreate that trailer? I mean, not recreate it, but just like put a spin on it.
Can't Apple just, forget this ever happened and just leave it banned?
No, they won't.
Honestly, yeah, but then again, there's lawsuits still happening. They're still in court and blah blah blah. But then Apple's always in court. They're always being investigated because they're the top company. And when would anyone ever Why would anyone
Fortnite
ever
being
stop?
banned is the only thing keeping me sane.
Yeah,
2020.
you're going out of focus.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and then Google did it as well because then they realized, oh, maybe we should do it as well. But then nobody cared because they're Google and who gives a shit. But I think it's interesting, and it hasn't really been Fortnite. I don't really care about Fortnite too much, so I couldn't care less about Apple's decision. But it's really interesting because they also do like similar things to other companies. Like Spotify and Netflix are good examples. They sort of like demote the channel, the apps when you search them up. Like they're not usually the first result because they're demoting them on purpose because they're also trying to bypass this, but it's not as blatantly obvious. And Apple has said that they are allowed to do this, but they just don't like it. And basically, what they've done is that they've told you can't renew your subscription from the app, and they haven't said anything about it being an Apple thing, but they just say you can't do it in the app. You have to do it on the website, and this is perfect. And this is a perfect way to bypass it. And they never mention anything about Apple. They just say it, and everyone knows it's Apple because they charge less money on their website than they do on the app in certain cases. I think.
Yeah, they also gave you the option of paying in the app for what Fortnite would charge you and then what Apple would charge you, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. And it's
they also, oh god, the thing that I hate most about
like the
this.
First app in history that's really been that's really defied Apple, like the first major app that's defied Apple in such a way that they've thought they had the need to remove them, which I think is interesting. And honestly,
the thing that
yeah, okay,
go on, sorry.
You can go. No.
Yeah, the thing that annoys me most about the fact that they've actually removed Fortnite is whenever you go on Facebook Marketplace and looking for a device, Charlie knows exactly where I'm going with this.
No.
Yeah, everyone
iPhones.
who
Fortnite, we're gonna sell for like $200. No.
My stepsister genuinely asked me if I could sell her iPhone 6S for £500, and I said, "What the fuck do you think you're doing? It's a 6S," and she said, "But it's got Fortnite installed."
No, here's the thing. They're also not. Even if you do have it, which most people had it automatically uninstalled. But even if you do still have it, they don't do updates anymore. So you're not going to be able to play with like players on the most recent version. So it's going to be totally useless. There's no point in doing it. I mean, maybe it's the fact of it being like a trophy, like, ooh, I got the last phone with Fortnite on it. Ooh, so cool. It's like the phone with Flappy Bird. You're never gonna play. You're never gonna use it. It's just cool to have. It's like having a trophy. It's really useless. It's just like a part of. It's just like a way of pride, and it's interesting to think about. And what was I gonna say? And the other thing I want to touch on was Apple's been doing this since the App Store's open. They've always had like a 30%. For 30%, they've always taken a 30% cut from any app developer has done, and everyone's been fine with it until now. And Fortnite's kind of the one that sort of sparked all the controversy on this, and it's kind of annoying, but hey, it is something to point out, and I think it's interesting.
Oh yeah, going back on the actual topic of people selling things for a ridiculous amount of money because it's got Fortnite on. What is the most expensive device you've seen listed for sale because it's got Fortnite on it?
I actually haven't been looking at any mobile devices since that happened. Because again, I don't really go out of my way to find mobile devices. I would usually, I'd probably base it off of something that you've seen, maybe like $500 for whatever 6S.
I saw an iPad Pro, a first gen 11-inch. That it wasn't even that. It was an iPhone 8 Plus, sorry, that had Fortnite installed on it, and it was cracked on the back, and they actually sold it for £1,800.
$1,800?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Just buy
by the way,
just buy a good gaming computer and just play it on that.
Yeah. By the way, same person who told me if she could make me sell her 6S, she also she has this horrible 16 gig rose gold 6S, and she refused to do anything to it and refused to let me work on it when the battery died on it just because she doesn't trust me. But then she went and bought an 8 Plus and rubbed it in my face. Arsehole.
Ooh, I'm rich, I have money, I can buy things.
Yeah.
I mean,
same person, and she's a complete arsehole.
Cool.
Lucy's.
Oh god, this is going way off
Luke
topic.
say something. What do you think about Fortnite getting banned?
Keep it banned. I fucking hate it.
Honestly, yeah. I think Apple should really stand their ground. I feel like it'd be a sign of weakness
I agree.
if they were to get rid of it. Because what Fortnite wants them to do, they want them to put Fortnite back on the App Store because it was a huge revenue spot. Even with the 30% cut, it was still getting them so much money, and they've lost a lot of money because of this. What Fortnite wants them to do, they want them to put their app back, and they want they want Apple to totally take away the fees. And I think that's a dumb idea because Apple
is
doesn't make
entirely
money out of thin air. Even though they seem a bit greedy in certain areas, they still need money to put food on the table. They still need money to get things going, and they're a huge company that needs a lot of money to do a lot of things. And even though they have a lot of money, it doesn't last forever, and they need.
I mean, Epic's been around for ages as well, haven't they? They were also responsible for Gears of War.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a lot of shit on there. They've got a lot of good stuff on their resume, but I think this is going to make quite a sizable dent.
It is. I don't really know what to say. I mean, yeah, keep it banned. I couldn't care less about the app.
Yeah.
It's really just more of like the prophecy and like what it's saying about it. It's not really about the app itself because who cares about Fortnite? It's Fortnite. It's played by like 12-year-old boys who go to elementary school and scream at night. Fortnite! We like Fortnite! Oh, the V-Bucks! Yeah,
we like Fortnite! We like Fortnite! People just the game I think is okay. It's bearable, but the fan base of it, it's annoying.
It's like Dank Pods. Like I understand him, but he has
the fan base ruins it. I mean, yeah, I agree with you on that. Dan Poz, I actually quite like him, but his fan base is pathetic.
Oh god, Ben said his friend tried to get him to play Fortnite, and that was and he said, "Oh god, that's not."
I remembered when it took off like fidget spinners. I remember I was walking to school, and all of a sudden when I came home,
they got banned at my school.
Oh.
Yeah, they did.
Same with fidget cubes.
I remember fidget spinners at my school. You can only have one in class if you had like a note or like a permit from like a doctor or your parents or something. No one had, so they were always getting confiscated. Interestingly enough, I think I tried getting into fidget spinners that I wanted to make friends, but I never understood. It was weird.
I had one, and
autism spinner. I'm cool.
Yeah,
I'm cool because I'm using a disabled kid's toy. What? No, why? It doesn't make any sense.
I had one. It was just,
I stole a gold fidget spinner just to try it out, and I'm like, yeah, this sucks. So I buried it in the playground.
It does. It is crap.
5th grade, and it was horrible. It was right when I moved to America, and fidget spinners were on the rage, and it was just in America.
Yeah, they were quite a popular thing over in the UK as well.
Yeah.
I gave in the end, but to be fair, I only bought one, and I bought that one. I bought that one. It was probably the cheapest one you could have bought, and I stopped using it after day one because it's just. I didn't see the point.
There's nothing to do with it. You just spin it. It's supposed to be for people with short attention spans who need something to fidget with. And they do work, but not when you're just a regular person. What are you supposed to do with a fidget spinner? It's meant for people with special needs. And I don't want to sound I don't want to sound wrong or sound like that one guy who's like totally just like an a-hole to disabled people, but it is like sort of just something. It's like a special needs thing. It's like that's like everyone going to school in a wheelchair. You're not disabled. You're just doing it because it's a trend. It's wrong.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be doing it.
That is very bad.
Fidget cubes, and I remember my sister. She once broke her leg, so she had crutches. And then when she didn't have a broken leg, she just liked going to school with crutches because she liked having attention. She thought it looked cool.
Exactly. There are good trends and there are bad trends.
A lot of people actually used crutches and wheelchairs just to get access to the school elevator,
Oh god.
which is restricted otherwise.
Elevator.
I never got the point of that. Why not just have it out anyway?
Just use the stairs.
Not even a fancy lift. It's not
Because some people, i.e. me, are very lazy.
It goes up,
even if I did break my ankle, no, I sprained my ankle badly. I had crutches for about a month, in my old secondary school, I still went up the stairs like a fucking boss. I breathed through the pain and trying to place the fucking crutches on the stairs. I got up 3 flights of stairs with crutches, and I got more attention than my other classmate that almost dislocated his
I'm sorry
knee.
for laughing, but Dylan says, "Well, I lost my legs in Vietnam, so I need a wheelchair." He's one of my.
I've just
friends
noticed
from-
something on Charlie. His bloody eyes, the bits of skin around his eyes and around his nose turn red whenever he really finds something funny.
That's weird.
It is.
But yeah, I just don't like people that do that with fidget spinners because I'm a special needs student. I'm actually allowed them in college, school, and wherever because I was in the learning support. I have an EHCP, so I'm allowed to have fidget toys on site.
They can be good. It's just a lot of them are being used for the wrong reasons.
Situations, but not
Help
all
me calm
situations,
down as
especially when
well.
you're not in need of one at all.
Yeah. Yeah, going on. Oh God, I hated that trend. It's just the fact that people who jump on trends, no matter whether it's for a good cause or not. For example, like I know this is diving in really far in the deep end, but for example, if you looked at the Black Lives Matter things that was going on recently, yeah.
I'm seriously getting off.
Oh
From
God.
Fortnite to Black
Yeah, we
Lives
seriously
Matter.
are.
You can continue. We're gonna probably finish this topic when you're done. But,
yeah.
Continue.
There are people who genuinely support it and genuinely campaigned for it and went out on Instagram and places like that just because it was because they couldn't turn out to places when it mattered. But then there were the people that thought, oh, I can use this to my advantage to get more people to like me. So I'll put this pretending that I support it just so I'll have people speaking to me and thinking I'm a left-wing socialist and that I'm perfect. When in reality, I couldn't give less of a fuck about it. I hate people like that when they jump on these trends just because they think it will get them attention, and it completely gets rid of the actual point. That the people who do care about it or do actually need something, it completely eradicates the point.
Yeah.
Like for example, with if people keep crutches for attention or for something like that, it makes people think that everyone's going to have attention. So when it actually does matter and when people actually are serious about it, then people won't believe them. Those people who just do it for attention just fuck me off.
Everyone except themselves and the people that believe them.
The people who just ask for attention are just pathetic in my eyes. They're ridiculous.
Alright, so I think we're going to move on to the next topic, which is the final topic. I think it's also Luke's topic, which is gaming on your Mac. What are the best titles?
Oh, God.
And also, I mean, okay, start this off just real quick. Most people say Macs can't game, which is partially true. Most games are optimized for Windows. Windows is far superior in gaming compared to Macs, but that doesn't mean Macs can't game. There are certain game titles that are made for Mac, and some are even exclusive to Mac. That's interesting to think about. And I know Luke has some, so I'll let him continue. So, what do you want to say about Mac gaming? Nothing? So I guess conclusive.
His topic, he's not here to say anything.
Yeah.
Do you want to go, or should I?
A good example of some Mac games are more the... Oh, you want to say something?
Oh no, well, I used to game on a Mac. I only ever played Gary's mod on a Mac, and it's not that good. The textures are...
Oh yeah,
Dylan's correct. My Mac sounds like a fucking swamp cooler whenever I run anything on Steam.
So does mine.
I've gone to school with him. He plays Minecraft in class, modded Minecraft, and it sounds it's really loud. He uses a 13-inch MacBook Air from like 2015 or so.
Like mine, except mine's 11.
Right before he bought it right before the old version was replaced with the new MacBook Air, with the butterfly one, which is interesting. And then he like smashed it in the first week. And
how do you smash a MacBook by accident?
I remember once he left his computer open on a desk when we were leaving class.
I already know where this is
Oh
going.
god, because he doesn't really have a good memory, even if it's like instant, like short term. But anyway, so continuing what I was saying, most I mean Macs, you can play games on them, but they're not the best for games. Like you can play them, but they won't run as well, and they're not as configurable as Windows is. And Windows you just have more freedom. Do you want to say something, Henry?
It's also because you also, it's something that you said earlier, most games are optimized for Windows specifically. If they were optimized for Mac OS as well, I think they would be better. Macs wouldn't be as looked down upon for gaming
Yeah.
if they were optimized for it.
I think some
Apparently,
people that
Lego Batman was released on Mac.
I know
Originally,
Unreal Tournament was one of the big ones. That was one of the big Mac titles, especially back then. Mac gaming was a lot more, a lot bigger back in the olden days of computers. I think a lot of people that really make fun of Macs for like gaming wise, people like Linus Tech Tips, just big YouTubers, were like PC fanboys, always making.
Oh, I get it.
It's
I get it.
It's a bit like how all car shows started to make fun of like old American luxury cars because they couldn't go around a track. So now everyone has to have a sporty car and everything has to be fast and luxurious. Has to have a lot of technology. And people would stop caring about quality and like comfort.
Luxury
Yeah.
cars.
That's one reason why I like a DeLorean, because it's slow and you actually get to enjoy the car instead of it being instant. And then
but it isn't luxurious and it isn't fast. So what's the point?
Those old cars are nice and slow but comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever actually been inside a DeLorean?
No.
Go on, haven't
Oh
been.
my god, they are so comfortable.
Oh,
They are lovely to be in.
Mm.
I agree. Old cars are not made
Old
as they are
Cadillacs.
today.
Old Cadillacs are where it's at in terms of luxury. They just
We don't have them in the UK.
Yeah,
We don't have old
They never
Caddies.
sold them outside of. I mean, you could import them, but they're quite rare.
They are very rare over here.
Cadillac
Very
seating
rare.
Here, there's only like
Escalade.
400 total listings of Cadillac.
There's none. There's none over
in,
here.
in this country, at least.
I saw one Cadillac in a scrapyard. It was an Escalade.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that-
Escalades.
Oh,
are
they're
sort
a
of-
pile of shit anyway, Escalades.
They're meh. I mean, they're better
They're
than
not
most
good.
other American luxury SUVs.
According to the DVLA, it had.
Doesn't Trump own an Escalade?
No, I don't think so.
I think he
In
does.
America,
I thought he does.
The president's piloted around in this giant, like this massive.
Yeah,
Cadillac
the limo.
sort of limo. It's not really a limo. It's
Yeah,
like a
no,
half
I mean,
limo,
I
but
mean
it's
his.
massive, as in like the wheels are bulletproof. It's got thick glass like this. The seats in the back are very comfortable. It's really armored and it's interesting.
I can't remember what that's
It's
called.
got like truck wheel. I don't remember what it's called either.
It began with a T. What was it called? Truck?
No,
The-
but
T-
one of Trump's personal cars is actually an Escalade, if I can remember correctly.
Yeah.
I know he's got.
Back in the
He's
day,
also
used to
got a
be piloted
430.
around in a, back when before Trump was president, in like the '80s, he used to be piloted around in a Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham limo with like
He also
everything was
had
gold-
in
a
the
gold and black
90s.
limo. It was cool.
He also had in the 90s an Alante.
Ooh,
I've got Home Alone 2.
Honestly, the Alante's a piece of shit. He also has owned the exact Ferrari that I've driven, which is a 430 California. Not California, you
He can
fucking
own
idiot.
anything,
Convertible.
Trump. Anyway, way off topic.
Yeah,
We're
we
talking
are.
about gaming on Mac, and now we're talking about Trump's cars.
Hey, there's just one thing that makes us interesting over Tech and Chat.
I think some of the only really good titles I can think of for Mac are like Minecraft. Most you can play.
Don't even try Car Mechanic Simulator on Mac.
Oh god.
Don't even try it.
There's some games that aren't even close to running good on Mac. You can get them for Mac, but they run horribly. Like City Skylines is one. It's like basically a clone of SimCity, but it's better than modern SimCity. It runs horribly on Mac. Any Mac I've tried it on just runs absolutely terribly. Another example would be Car Mechanic Simulator. And then there's some games that don't even come on Macs at all. Like for example, BeamNG Drive is one big one. They don't
Can it not?
Mac. Nope, they don't. And
I
only
always
for
thought they
Windows.
could.
Nope, not at all. It's really interesting. And can't really do anything about it. Yeah, you can install Windows on a Mac, which can get you a lot farther. But then again, it really all comes down to the hardware. It's not very configurable. Only up to like the RAM, hard drive, sometimes CPU, sometimes graphics card, but that's about it. Can't really.
I've got my MacBook's a really weird one because it's got maxed out graphics, but it's got 4 gigs of RAM and a 1.6 gigahertz CPU.
Can you upgrade the RAM and the CPU?
No.
You can.
No.
Wow, that sucks.
RAM is soldered to the board. You can upgrade a hard drive
or
the SSD.
Because you have like the older styled one.
I've got the 2015.
Oh, that's
I bought that thing in very early 2018 or late 2017. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't remember. I definitely bought it before the Butterfly MacBook Air came out. To give you a perspective.
That's like what Dylan did.
I didn't have it when I went to Germany, but no, I had it. Yeah, 2017. I bought that because I was in. Oh my God! No, this is really fucking. I can't even remember.
A Dell Latitude. It was.
No, I had it 2018.
Yeah.
I had it 2018 because I had it in 2018 because I didn't have it when I went to Germany, but I had it when I went to Ibiza in the summertime.
I think it was like a.
Jesus Christ, this is weird.
Dell Latitude E35 4500.
Just the last topic.
It was okay. It had a larger battery than normal, and it was. I didn't really. It was okay. I was fine with it, but then the keyboard stopped working, so I ripped it out and then smashed it in a video.
When did that happen?
I did that in the 100 sub special. I used it as I spray painted it silver and then smashed the computer with it.
Oh yeah, I remember watching your 400 sub special. I still really like that video.
No, it was 100 sub special, this one, but 400 subs I did
I'm talking about 4.
Other smashing video. I think that might actually be the last smashing video I ever did.
What, the 400 one?
Yeah, which is a bit
Why? It's fun.
I don't know. It doesn't really do as well as it used to. The smashing videos used to be my top, they used to be the top of like views on my channel, but now they don't even get nearly as much as, because I've sort of evolved from child to like more mature, I guess. But
I mean, you have got to admit though, smashing things like that is really satisfying
really fun,
to do.
Yeah. Especially like golf clubs and stuff. Ugh, so satisfying. I think golf clubs are the tool of choice for me because they're long and you can really get at it, and it just annihilates anything.
It's brilliant when you do it on an iBook clamshell, because when I whacked it, the whole fucking assembly smashed.
It's so brittle. It's easy to break,
Yeah.
So Finn says, some mad lad got My Summer Car, a Windows-only game, working on a Mac.
Got what?
Glitch textures and
My Summer Car.
My Summer Car. It's like this
it's
car simulator where you like build a car. It's like Car Mechanic Simulator, but like a more downsized version of it. Apparently, it's Windows only. Apparently, I didn't know that until now.
Oh, good. I don't have the shit version on Mac then.
But it's interesting. That's really interesting. Wow. I mean, I know there are people that like do hacks like that, and I know there are programs that allow you to run Windows programs on Mac, but they don't work too well, as far as I'm aware. It's like Car Mechanic Simulator mixed with a survival game. A bit. You pilot a person and you have like.
We really are going badly off topic, aren't we?
I mean, we were talking about gaming slightly.
True.
But not Mac gaming.
Yeah. Not Mac gaming, but still.
I don't own My Summer Car. Apparently there was a multiplayer version released, so I might get it and try it out. But yeah, briefly moving back to gaming on Mac.
Oh, I get shit for having a Mac because all of my mates, so I hang out with at school, they're not really mates, but people I'm with. Anyway, they all have high-end gaming computers that they've made. One of them, I don't know how the hell he's done this. He spent 1,500 quid on a game called War Thunder, which is free, and he spent 1,500 quid on War Thunder, but he spent £1,000 on his computer.
That game is people are gonna forget about that game in like 2 years, and then you're gonna lose.
Yeah,
but especially like free
Charlie,
online multiplayer games. Everyone forgets about those. No one cares
Charlie,
about them after like a certain amount of time. It's a total
Charlie,
waste.
Did you not notice that I said he spent only $1,000 on his computer and 1,500 on a free game?
Which is crazy. Why would you
it is.
money on games and you're actually?
I don't know. It's the only game he plays other than one called Kerbal Space Program.
Oh, I know
And
Kerbal Space Program. It's not bad. I know
yeah.
Billy likes it a lot.
But to be fair, the people that I know, they play quite mediocre games on really expensive computers. I don't know why. And I'm the only one here. I'm the only one there who's got a Mac. And they go, oh, your Mac can't game. It's not the fact that it can't game. It's the fact that
It's
it's
the
not
fact that Linus has
optimized.
brainwashed everyone.
Yeah.
I do want to say at my school they do give you like these courtesy laptops. They give everyone these Lenovo
We don't get
ThinkPad
shit.
Yogas, which do like a tablet mode, like flip back. They're okay. I just feel like they're a bit small. They're only 13 inches, so I just use mine. And everyone.
My
uses
stepsisters
those.
gets.
There's only a select few that actually
12
use their
inches
own
actually.
laptop,
The
and that
youngest
includes
one.
me. And their Windows
My
laptops, which
stepsisters
is
get
better
their
than
own.
so,
Sorry, mate. Go on.
yeah.
My
Yeah.
stepsisters get their own fucking Samsung
Oh
Chromebooks.
god, the Samsung Chromebooks are horrible. I hate them. Especially the silver ones. I've smashed like 10 of them.
They are the silver ones.
Oh no, they're horrible. I remember I had a friend come over and he goes to a different school. And had like a pile of these old broken Samsung Chromebooks, and he's like, "Oh my god, we have these exact ones at school." And he's like, "Oh, can I smash one?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Here, take this hammer." And he just goes haywire all over, and he's like,
How long ago was
"Wow,
this?
fun." That was not long ago. It was like maybe 2018, 2019 or so.
Oh, so it was in the States.
Yeah, it was in the States. Yeah, that was. I don't have any more Chromebooks here. I got rid of all of them. Yeah.
Would you smash them all again if you could? If you got given more?
That was totally worth it. Fortunately,
Do you know what? I should
Chromebooks
probably
don't
just
really
get one
exist
of
I
those.
have
actually, which is
a Lenovo
really
Chromebook now. I used to have an Asus, but I scrapped it. One is now no more. I have some.
I remember. Oh god. I remember smashing my dad's old Toshiba, which when it was brand new, because this laptop was from 2005, 15 years old. When it was brand new, I think it cost him 700 quid, and it didn't let it. It basically the motherboard died on it, and I remember it was the parts on it, the CPU, not the CPU, the hard drive and the RAM altogether was worth £5.
Lovely. I mean, Chromebooks aren't really worth anything at all. I mean,
No,
buying
they're
them
not.
new is like $150 to $200, and then selling it.
Exactly.
Wow, you could buy working Chromebooks for $20 on eBay, like HP ones, like that they
You
still
could buy
even use
broken
at
ones
one
for
of my
$99.
previous schools, which is insane. I mean, yeah, they're totally cheap. You could really just throw them around, and they're easy. Apparently, they're easy to manage as like a school, but they're just horrible. The hardware sucks. It's just using them is like torture, and I don't like them at all. And
Yeah.
but otherwise, I guess that really concludes Mac gaming. We went over a bit. There isn't really too much to cover on that. I mean, yeah, that's all that's all we really have to say. But anyways, that would be the last topic of tonight. So we're gonna go to self promotions. I think I'll start with Luke because I'm feeling
Well,
Luke.
there is something. I haven't really got a self promotion, but there is something I plan to do that is going to annoy someone. No, it's not Aaron.
Oh, I forgot about this.
The moment you guys have all been waiting for, and yes,
Yep.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I was going to do it earlier, but I was being disturbed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say my vow first, and I'm going to turn my camera on because that's easier. Okay.
Oh no.
What's happening?
Yours
I
truly,
don't understand.
Oh,
Knight,
you will understand in a sec, Charlie.
This is
I
funny.
demote thy simpage towards the DC character which is now there.
No, now I know.
I'm going to now demonstrate exactly
Oh.
Oh no, I remember this now. 10 likes and you got this. Oh no, I just realized. Oh no. Oh god, please no. Oh,
Not on
yes, it's
stream.
perfect.
No.
He's turned on the camera
Oh
and everything.
god, no.
He's devoting his simpage to a Lego minifigure. Oh shit. Oh, this is...
Oh god. Ultimate tech when it comes to his girlfriend.
If we get 30 likes, he'll jizz on it.
Yep, can we get 30
If he gets
likes?
30 likes, you'll what?
He'll jizz on it. Do it.
Actually,
30 likes. 30 likes.
He'll
You
do
got
more than
3,
that for
only
30 if
something
you
more
got
to
30
go.
likes, Charlie.
27 more
Charlie,
to go.
if we get 50,
30
he'll
likes,
do that
okay.
plus put it where the sun don't shine.
Oh god. To get up his bum.
Yes, I'll dump it in the cupboard somewhere. Where most of
Oh,
the
God.
God.
That was an awesome way to end tonight.
Yeah.
I'll
Yep.
go with Henry now because Luke's done his self-promotion.
Yeah, so I've only got one thing to announce because I've only got one video planned for the next month. And that is I am doing a review on the 1981 DeLorean DMC-12.
Very neat.
Oh, yes.
I'll definitely
Yes,
watch that.
I've got
by
access
the way,
to...
just to clarify, I never said I hate DeLoreans. I just think, meh.
He
They're
takes
just
the
meh.
piss out of them just because it's funny
Yeah.
and
I
easy
never
to
said
do.
I hated the PT Cruiser. I never said I hated the Rover 75.
Aztec is
Yeah,
fucking
and again,
cool.
you do hate the PT Cruiser and the
Aztec is
75.
cool.
I don't. I hate the Prius more than the PT Cruiser.
Aztec.
Yes, but the PT Cruiser is still a bad car.
Yes, it's ugly.
I mean, it's not a bad car. It's just not a
I mean,
nice
they're
one.
reliable and you can
Stereotypical.
beat them.
Yeah, they're reliable, but they're not
You
very
can maintain them.
desirable,
They're
are
kinda
they?
ugly.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh
They're
my god,
reliable.
have you seen the inside of a Fiat Multipla? Blech.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah.
have. They're actually they're very spacious to Fiat Multiplas.
I
Anyway,
like
we're getting off topic. So I've got access to a 1981 DeLorean DMC-12, which I am severely looking forward to.
Oh,
And I'm doing a review on that, proper review, not like the last one I did when we were going to buy one, which we never ended up doing, and I fucking keep kicking myself every day because that car was 28 grand for a mint condition DeLorean,
20
and
grand
the
for an 80s car, though.
yeah,
Any
but
80s
then
car is
again,
worth
Charlie,
that.
the only DeLorean for sale at the moment is 28 grand, is red and automatic, and
Wow.
it has had crash history. So, yeah,
no,
not very
no.
good.
But
But yeah,
DeLoreans have like a cult following them. People
Yeah.
desire them, something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, the DeLorean video is going to be a proper review where we take it out to the real world, see what it's like to live with. The one test I'm really looking forward to is driving that through a drive-through.
Ooh.
Because
Oh
if
no!
you
I just realized the windows. They only like half open.
no,
They're like,
it's worse than that. It's worse than
Oh,
that,
God.
Charlie. So if anyone's ever seen a DeLorean, they've got instead of having
A
a
window.
massive window, they have this little rubber
Oh,
section.
God.
So the window's like this, and then they've got a little rubber section throughout the window. And what's in the rubber section is all you get because they couldn't figure out a way to get the whole window to drop
Yeah.
through the gull
It's
wing
like
door.
that episode of Top Gear when he drove the what was it called, the Marauder, and the windows don't open.
Yeah,
they
it's
just
got
have,
the
like, these
tiny
gun
little
holes,
thing
so
you
he
got
had
to
fit
do.
you have to fit his
And
big
he's trying to
back
yank it
the-
through.
yeah,
Yeah.
yank it through. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And he
It's the
keeps getting
time
it.
when you
But
drive with the Alfa Romeo. You crushed the Renault and the Alfa.
But there's also something worse in that, Charlie, that you're completely forgetting about.
Oh God, is it that slow?
What side of the road do we drive on in the UK?
Oh no! So you have to get the passenger to do it. Oh,
Yeah, the
God.
DeLorean is a left-hand drive car. British cars are right-hand drive. They did make bless you. They did make 16. Was it 16? I think no. It was. I think they made 12 official right-hand drive DeLorean cars.
Rare.
And yeah, they are bloody rare considering they made 9,500 overall. So they made 12 right-hand drive cars, and the other ones that are imports from the United States because DeLoreans were originally sold only as a US car.
Yep.
And so we're going to be seeing how that will be during the drive-through because there's three options. You can go in reversing, or you can go in forwards and shout through it, but you're not really going to be able to get your meal at the end of the day. So we're going to go probably for option 3, where you have a passenger in and you got the gull-wing
Why
door
don't
up
you
the whole
just
time.
drive backwards into the drive-through?
But then how are you going to get your meal with that tiny window?
Oh, you still
Gull-wing
have to-
door. You still
alright.
got to pop the door, and you're going to look like an even bigger twat.
Or no.
Ooh, come from
Although-
the future.
That is.
Gotta stick my
It would be
eye out.
so cool. It's gonna be such a good
Flex
day.
on
I'm
McDonald's
really
employees
looking
who
forward
make,
to
like,
it.
minimum wage kind
I've got a problem.
I am seriously looking forward to actually doing it. It's going to be so much fun, and I hope that comes across on the video because I am going to love every second of it.
Anyway, so I'm
I
gonna.
have 5 messages from Ultimate Tech.
Oh god.
5
We'll
DMs.
deal with him later. We'll deal with his ass later. All right, my turn. I don't
Yep.
really have too much in the works. I have a video that I'm still trying to edit for the Dell Precision 7730 review, which is just on.
Oh, you actually went through with that.
Yeah, I finished all. I'm gonna try putting it together. Oh yeah, Apple event is this week. So if you want to join our live event watch party, go check out my Discord. Link in the description below. Suspicious accounts will be banned. No, except that, maybe you could convince me, but you're probably Ultimate Tech. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. Oh, also, after this week, I'm gonna have another week of I'm gonna have a week of break, so I'll have some time to make videos and stuff then. And also, I'm gonna try buying that radio. There's this cool old radio that I found at a thrift store, and I'm gonna go try buying it sometime if my parents let me, because it's really cool. And I've talked about it a bit off camera, but it's pretty neat. Join my Discord and you'll learn more about that. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. I think that's all we have to say, isn't it? I'll take that as a yes.
Good night, everyone.
Alright, everyone. So that'll do it for tonight's episode of Apple Talk. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below what topics you'd like us to cover. Join our official Apple Talk Discord, link in the description below.
Yeah, because we're actually going to read your suggestions, unlike Tech and Chat.
Oh god. If we get 30 likes,
Oh god, we cannot show that on stream.
Cannot show that on stream.
On camera. 30
Oh god.
Figure.
If we get 50 likes, he'll also show me where the sun don't shine.
No.
After he's done the first thing.
What does that even mean?
Charlie with his Christian mind just looking
I'm not
disgusted.
Don't understand.
I know you're not, but
Alright, so that'll
innocent.
do it. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all in the next episode next
See you next
Saturday.
week, guys.
See you next
Bye.
week.
Bye.